Well, it's official. The white cabbage butterflies have arrived. I just came out in the garden this morning and I've got a patio area where we've got some container gardening going on, and there's a couple of things in there that belong to the brassica family, and I saw the cabbage white butterfly landing on the leaves of those this morning. So as soon as you see that happening, if you've got plants that aren't covered up, you've got to act straight away. Because once these eggs hatch that the butterfly will have laid underneath, in most cases, the leaves of all your brassica plants, they'll hatch into little caterpillars. And those caterpillars will completely devastate any plant that they're in contact with. So I make up my own pesticide from household items. And I have a video on how to make this if you're interested. I'll leave a link in the description. But meanwhile, we need to get out there now and get everything sprayed before the damage starts. So if we take this plant as an example, and hopefully you can see this, but there's little tiny eggs been laid on the leaves of this plant, right there. And they're from the cabbage white butterfly. So straight away, you need to get rid of those. Get them off if you can. Squish them. Because they're going to turn into little caterpillars, which you don't want. And then we'll spray it with this homemade pesticide as well. Make sure you go under those leaves too. And because we've seen it on this plant, there's a good chance it's going to be on plants next to it as well. So spray all those. And we have some more brassicas over here as well. And if you can't see any eggs, don't take a risk, just spray it anyway. Spray everything, because prevention's better than the cure. You also need to check all your hoop tunnels, just in case one's found a way in. And just to be on the safe side, just give those a quick blast as well. Don't do this when it's really hot though. You can see there is some slug damage to this one, but they can recover from that. But they won't recover from an onslaught of hundreds of caterpillars. There's also a link in the description for one of these sprayers, so they're really handy tool to have. And it'd be a shame to lose your plants when they're actually starting now to grow your calabrese. Your younger plants are going to be much more susceptible from attack by cabbage white butterflies because they're not yet established, whereas something like this can take it to a certain degree. So make sure you're constantly checking your younger seedlings. It's also time now to start going around and removing all these bottom leaves. They're going to be no good to that plant anymore. They're just going to attract more slugs. So we'll do that today. While I was taking a look around the garden this morning, I spotted this. It's our first sunspot dwarf sunflower, and there's a tiny little one behind it. So that's really nice to see in the morning. And these others won't be long before they follow either. And this bigger one is just starting to try and open up. It's also worth noting that the white cabbage butterfly won't stick to the plants that you've got planted out in your garden alone. If you've got plants like this that you're growing in packs, they will go to these straight away. And they've already been on this one because there is a few eggs that I've noticed, but it's still savable at this stage because we'll just give that a spray, brush off what eggs we can find, and then we'll spray it, and we should be alright at that. But if you don't act on things like this, especially little seedlings, straight away, when these eggs hatch, these plants will be gone like that. So anything this size, either in containers that you're growing on or ones you've just planted out in your garden, are going to be most susceptible for maximum damage from that pest. But now we've seen it, and not only that, we've only just seen it this morning, yet we've already found plants that have got eggs laid on them. But we caught it in time, and that's what you need to do all through season. Don't just check it once and think it's all done, everything will be alright, because they'll be back in the thousands, and every opportunity these insects get, they will deposit eggs on your plants that will hatch into caterpillars that are basically sat on a free lunch until that plant has gone. So if you want to see other things that we do to prevent devastation from insects as we start going through season, just hit that subscribe button, press that notifications bell, and I'll see you on the next update. You all take care.